Mhm. All right, guys, welcome to the live stream. I want to talk about Rune today, basically, what's happened in Rune. Um, Something insane happened. So I just want to show you, basically, I was browsing through CoinDesk as one does normally, and I ended up seeing this particular article here. ThorChain token tumbles after second exploit in 2 weeks, right? So currently, basically what's happened is apparently a white hat hacker has decided to hack about $8 million and kind of left a message on the blockchain, right? So you can actually go and read more about it if you go to the root, the ThorChain thingy that they have. You can actually see a lot more on the Twitter itself, right? There's a lot going on, so you can go to their tweet and see what's going on. Now, I don't want to really talk too much about this, right? We just want to look into the actual crypto itself, right? Let's go into ThorChain and have a look at ThorChain. You know how bullish I am on ThorChain, right? So the question right now, also, by the way, guys, I'm not sure if you can hear me properly. Please let me know if you can hear me properly. So, bro, if you can hear me properly, please just say so. That would really be appreciated. All right, thank you, bro. Lots of love to you too, bro. Just let me know if you can hear me clearly. Right, let's talk about this, right? So obviously ThorChain here has suffered a sophisticated attack, right? So clearly some situation going on here, and we had a price plummet, basically, right? Now from where it was to where it is right now. Now I know a lot of people, I've been telling a lot of people that I'm very bullish on Thor, and so currently Thor has this hack and everything, whatever. And let's also go into ThorChain as well, just to show you ThorChain. And while I'm there, I'll probably talk about a lot of other stuff. Give me a second. ThorChain, right? Let's go into this, right? Let's go into this so you understand what I'm talking about. So this is where the hackers happen. Now, what does ThorChain actually do? Is a big question, right? I think this is more important. We need to talk about this, right? So ThorChain is the only exchange which actually works exactly the same as a centralized exchange. Also, ThorChain kind of came about from a Binance hackathon, right? So Binance hackathon, they went and they won and they got some funding and this and that. So this is, yeah, we're going to talk about this, bro. I saw your message. I'm going to talk about it. So this is the kind of stuff we're seeing, right? So with ThorChain, this is what we're expecting. Right, this is all we're expecting. It's a decentralized exchange that works like a centralized exchange. It's the only exchange where you do not need to go and convert your crypto. If you want to buy Ethereum with Bitcoin, you can literally just pay with Bitcoin and buy Ethereum, right? This is what this is, right? So there's a lot of stuff involved, like, in Thor. Thor can be the future if every single centralized exchange becomes regulated and people don't feel comfortable or whatever, right? Well, guess where you fall to? You fall back to Rune. Rune is your decentralized version of a centralized exchange without the founders, without anybody. Everybody's anonymous here, right? And you run it on the protocol. And the protocol they're running it on is the 0x protocol, which is, again, decentralized. So this is what Rune does, right? Rune gives you centralized type of exchange quality in a decentralized manner, if that makes any sense, right? Which is weird, but this is where it is. It's like you can shut down everything, but when you do, people are going to jump into places like this, right? I hope that kind of makes sense, right? So this is what I'm seeing. So currently looking at this, I'm looking at it as a discount. Normally, if I see a coin like this which fails, right? And remember, they just someone. It was a. So I'm on the video right now. So normally, when something gets hacked like this, I would normally give up. Right, personally, I would just give up, right? Because the thing is it's done. But ThorChain had 7 audits prior to this. Now, clearly, the audits have failed. So ThorChain hasn't. ThorChain put the effort to get 7 different audits done. So whoever audited it clearly missed something. This is why some sophisticated, hacker came in, and clearly a white hat hacker, because they openly told them what the problem is and this and that, right? So you have a situation like this. For that reason, I know the ThorChain community came together. They stopped all the protocol, and also what they said was anybody who's lost money or anything, they're going to reimburse everybody. So that's a good thing, right? They're going to reimburse everyone. Everything's all good. Market's down, but I see this as a discount. I see this as an opportunity. You know, if it plummets even more, I see even more discount. So I'm going to actually kind of start jumping into this. I'm being honest, and this is no financial advice to anyone. You do you, I do me. But I'm going to now kind of buy into this. And if this drops any further, I'm going to double down, right? Because I definitely want me some Rune because of what it is, right? Because when you go to the Rune, the ThorChain protocol, right? When you go here, when you're using the actual exchange and this and that, you're actually trading with Rune, right? This is what it is. You're actually trading with Rune. Every pair is with Rune. So when you're buying and selling, you're buying and selling Rune. And this has a lot of price impact. So in the future, I can see this doing, you know, for it being at this price is nothing. Trust me, this has a lot of potential. I could easily see Rune in the future if they fix all their problem. That is, I mean, I'm going to take a gamble. Put it this way: this is no financial advice, but I'm going to take a gamble. And I can imagine if Rune succeeds and Rune fixes whatever the problem was, because they have tried to do the audits and everything, right? So they would have, if the audit found it, they would have fixed it. But clearly someone failed them. So I could see ThorChain being something, look, shapeshift, like this is incredible stuff. This is what ThorChain allows you to do. But the point I'm trying to say here is if this, you know, is successful in fixing the security and everything, this could be the future of all exchanges. And if this level of technology becomes the future, I could see this easily, potentially doing a 10x from here, minimum. So we're looking, I could easily see $100 a Rune at some point in the future, right? Because we're looking at the circulating supply, the maximum supply. When you look at all of this, right, the total supply out there, when you look at all of this, right, it just says to me there's not enough. And remember, they're a blockchain. They're not just running it on something, they're running it on a native blockchain. That's their blockchain, right? So I'm going to double down on this one, basically. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, someone asked me a question about, bro, ETH triple halvening. Is it good as they are saying? Okay, so some people are calling it the triple halvening. There is no such thing as a triple halvening. They're basically what they're trying to do. They're just trying to kind of put everything together, like, you know, the fee burning structure, fees being lowered, and Ethereum kind of having, what would you say this? Like, you know, less and less Ethereum will be pumped out, right? That's all they're saying. There's no halvening. Ethereum never had halvening built into it. Right? Halvening is when a supply is cut in a particular way based on an algorithm predefined for the system. Ethereum is an inflationary system, and trust me, even if the fees are burned, even if Ethereum are burned, they're still going to be mining brand new Ethereum. There's no limit to how many Ethereum you can mine, right? Currently, obviously, we know that they can burn a lot of Ethereum, which is good. So it's becoming slightly deflationary. It's not 100% deflationary, right? So you have to understand this. Whereas in compared to, say, for example, you go to Bitcoin, right? It's a fixed supply, right? When we look at Bitcoin, it's a fixed supply, 21 million coins. That's it. And out of that, so far, we have 18,764,000 coins, or, you know, this is the number we have up to now for the last 24 hours. This is what we have. Ethereum, you can see there is no limit. There is absolutely zero limit, right? This is, I believe this is USDT. Yes, the USDT. Absolutely no limit. Why? Because these are inflationary currencies. There is no limit. The day you see Ethereum putting a number here and saying that's the fixed amount, that's when you know that it is a deflationary and it has, you know, halvening, whatnot, and all sorts of other stuff. That's just halvening the supply, right? That's what you do. Because when you want to prolong a project, like imagine we were able to mine all 21 million coins. There was no halvening built into this. Well, we would have, by now, we would have had 21 million coins. But because we have a 4-year halvening built into the algorithm, we know the last coin will be mined in year 2140. This doesn't have this, so please do understand this. There is no such thing as a triple halvening. This is just makeshift word. Somebody somewhere is using it just to get the clickbait and this and that. Probably that's what it is, right? BNB. Now, BNB has technically done a halvening, but not exactly. What BNB does is they burn tokens. So BNB promised over a certain amount of time, they are going to only have 100 million coins. That's what they're going to have. They're only going to have 100 million coins. They want to burn all of this 68 million coins. They want to burn them. And they've been burning recently. They just did another burn, right? So this is Cardano, for example. It's a fixed supply, right? You can't have any more Cardano than this. So that's another good thing that we see. This is XRP, for example. It's a fixed supply. And these are infinite supply. You can see here, infinite supply, right? Fixed supply, infinite supply. So always, when you go to the thing, go and look at the max supply. That will give you an indication of what's infinite and what's not. And it will also give you an indication if there is actually any halvening or anything involved in these particular coins, right? So try and avoid the clickbait, try and avoid the noise, because they won't really help you, because you're going to get a wrong idea. For example, when we look at, where is it? Let me see. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'm going to look at ThorChain right now. Let me have a look at ThorChain right now. Give me a second. ThorChain. Give me a second. Let me see if it's here. It's dumped. It was somewhere up here, but it's just dumped big time. It took a big hit. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, there we go. ThorChain, right? So does ThorChain have a fixed supply? Yes. So if you look carefully, ThorChain has a fixed supply. And out of that, you can see 461 million are already out. So there's not really much of many coins remaining. You know, there's only about 38 point something million coins remaining. So this is a good project to basically pick up, right? Whereas in look at HOT, this is hollow, right? Infinite supply. Right, when you look at these, you remember these are infinite supply, so be careful about the infinite supply ones, right? That's all I'm going to say. Earlier on, somebody asked me about Axie Infinity, so I'm going to just drop some Axie in there for you as well. Right, Axie Infinity, right? Let's drop this. Like, this is what's happened with Axie Infinity, right? It's still on the pump. You know, normally we have the investors who bought around here. They usually like to dump, right? This looks like it, but this was more to do with the exchange launch. I don't think the institutional investors have dumped, right? So I'm going to hold on, because if we had this, I've got a feeling we might actually still be coming down a little bit. I'm hoping we do, because if we do, then actually Axie Infinity is not a bad buy. It's a good thing. It's a nice little hype. As you can see, the volume is very good. If you look at it on Binance as well, massive volume coming in. I mean, this is insane. Like, this is 3 days, right? But we really haven't seen, if you look at the dump volumes, we really haven't seen the dump yet. So I'm expecting a big dump on this. I'm not sure when, but then again, I could be wrong. You know, I could be wrong. But I'm just going to hold back. If I do pick up Axie Infinity, Axie Infinity, I want to pick it up somewhere around these levels here, this $24, and I mean, I would love to pick it up around the 15, but it's gone, so I'm not going to chase it. That's what I'm not going to chase it. I'm just going to sit back, hold, maybe even, you know, hold off completely until the bear market. You know, if the project still survives in the bear market, I'll pick it up. It's not a problem, you know. So right now, let's see what happens. I'm not going to say anything too much on this one, right? Let's move on to BTC and do a nice little BTC update and see what's going on. So as you can see, we broke the trend. We're on the trend right now, but we're finding resistance around here. Now, this resistance is going to be quite heavy. So, you know, remember I talk about traffic zones, right? Actually, let me open another chart just to show you. So remember how I talk about traffic zones. Like, there's a lot of traffic in this blue box. There's a little amount of traffic here, a lot of traffic here. So we talk about it. So this traffic zone, as you can see, this 36,000 is now our top of the resistance. We need to break a candle and move over. So forget all of this area. We need to get here, confirm this, and then we move up. That would give us a positive move upward, right? However, right now, I'm not as positive, because if you see this trend line, so this is slightly different to this one. This is based on a previous prediction. As you can see, this is a previous prediction line, and this is current, right? So this line, I just put currently. On this current line, we've got this trend here, right? So we have 1, 2, 3 points, and then this trend here, and it's actually struggling to break above this, because obviously we've got this massive traffic line here. So what I'm seeing is basically we might see a bounce here, come back down, and you know, we might have a few more bounces, but actually we've got potential to come back down here, test these lines, right? So when we're testing, we're going to be testing this orange line here. So remember, this orange line here is what we're going to be testing, right? And the bottom of the range, as you can see, we do have the 25k, right? So very little traffic here, but a lot of support around here. This is what we're going to be expecting. So I need to see volume, I need to see confirmation, I need to see everything. Right now, if we go back into the market cap, as you can see, the volume, $63 billion, $63 billion, 1.3 here. So today's 24-hour volume has been $63 billion. On BTC, as you can see, we kind of, so we did pump a few days ago, we went to about $25 billion, if I'm correct. right? Look at where we are now, 19. So we need to understand this, that look, there's a lot of BTC has actually the price is leaving. So even though BTC seems to be up, but the volume is just dropping. There's no volume. We need to see volume come in. So as you can see, there's a pump there, but there's no volume, right? And we can actually see this if we activate volume here. We can see how the volume has been dropping off. So you can see how the volume picked up, which is very positive, and then all of a sudden the volume suddenly dropped off again back to those average levels, right? So currently for the past few weeks, you can see how it's been sitting on these particular levels, right? This particular level here. So since May we've been sitting around these line here. So as you can see, it's in a line here, this level here, as you can see, right? That's where we've been since May. What we want to see is what we saw around these levels here, this December, this January levels, this kind of an upward trend. That's what we want to see, right? So just be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. If you're hodling, just hodl, but just be cautious, because we are going to see so far it looks like bulls and bears are fighting. So let's see what happens. Another thing I wanted to quickly show you, and I'll take the drawings off for this one, because on the weekly, remember what I showed you on the weekly the other day, right? So this is another kind of a hammer forming. It does look positive. This is usually a reversal candle. So question is 1 second, sorry. Let's get this right. The question we have right now is, is it going to be a reversal candle? Are we going to reverse this, and are we going to move forward? And what's going to happen, right? So right now, as you can see, this area here, massive channel, this sort of sideways, complete sideways. You can almost call it flatline, and then see where we go. But on the monthly candles, again, we've only got a few more days left, but so far this looks quite good compared to this one, which was a complete dump month. This month there was a bit of a fight. Obviously, bears won, but let's see if we can push this above this particular line. So this $35,098, right? This is the bottom, right? This is the bottom of this, which is actually the lowest we went to. If we can take this particular body above this, then that would be a higher low on a monthly, and that's very, very bullish, very, very bullish indeed, right? So let's see what happens. That's all I'm going to say. Also, is there anything else? Hold on, no, there isn't. So I'm just checking basically if there's anything else we want to talk about, right? Same story here, so same chart. There's no point looking at this one. I'm just doing some other stuff there. Ethereum, as you can see, this is a line we drew some time ago, but same. Look, we're struggling here. We found the support here, but we're finding resistance here. As soon as we break above this, we'll be fine, and we can actually look at the traffic and see what's going on. Also look at the volume here and see if the volume is showing anything. So volume is showing very bearish, as you can see here, right? I don't know if you can see this, right? Volume bearish, bearish, bearish. These are on the 4-hourly candles, bearish. On a daily candle, again, look, we've gone to those low levels. The volumes are low. We want to see these kind of upward momentum, right? We want to see these kind of level upward momentum, but right now the volume is low. So just be careful what you do, how you react with everything. Because I've been looking at other stuff as well. I was looking at some data here. Good thing is there's one good thing that I have noticed actually is Grayscale Premium, right? So recently Grayscale Premium is now not as much as a discount. So remember, Grayscale Premium at one stage we had minus 20%. So you could have picked up, like anybody, institutions or whatever, would have picked up anything that was selling around here for less than 20%. That means you get a 20% discount on the Bitcoin rather than buying a Bitcoin. You're just buying the shares. And we know that Cathie Wood just the other day bought about $100 million now. Originally, I thought the news was $70 million, but actually she bought $100 million before she did the B Word conference. So people are buying it up, and as they buy, as you can see, the discount is now decreasing, right? Which means we might come into a level where we go above this line. This is the 0 point line. If we go above this, then there's no more discounts. That is actually very bullish. And also looking at the GBTC, one other thing you need to understand about this premium, GBTC is the shares matured. 6 months later, the shares mature. People are selling. But what we're seeing here, instead of a dump, we're seeing people buying. We're seeing institutions coming in, buying up those shares. So basically, some people around here, or wherever, here, somewhere, they're selling their shares and new buyers are buying, which is bullish. This is very, very bullish. Okay, if you ask me, this is very bullish. So this is a good thing. I quite like this, right? Also, I'm looking at other premiums as well, also moving up. As you can see here, moving up. Everything's moving up. I mean, these guys are moving up as well, right? So, I mean, so we're looking at all of this stuff so far. Looks very good. I like it. Everything looking very bullish. This is what I can say, right? You know, I'm not seeing any bearish divergence here or anything like that. All I'm seeing is just bullish stuff. Also, when I was looking at my, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Right, let's look at the support and resistance range. Right, you can see we broke support. You know, we went up. We're still above the support. There is no resistance here. If we look at the 4 hourly, you can see very little. So remember the kind of depth of this particular this box, right? So how deep this box is, that's what your strength is, right? And you can see there's not really much strength in here so far. It's been a fight. The whites indicate where they've been fighting basically, and as soon as we peak above this, we've only got a very small amount of resistance here, a little bit, you know, very compared to here, very small amount here, and it should be off to the races straight away if we can come into this 35 zone. And see where we go from there. You know, so far it looks positive. Everything is looking positive. The market's positive. But only thing I don't see is the volume. Again, remember months ago or weeks ago when we talked about it, when the volume started dropping, that's what was worrying. We need the volume again. You know, we need this whole $63 billion to be only in BTC. We want it only in BTC. You know, I mean, look at Ethereum, took a massive hit, massive hit, $14 billion. Come on, we had 19 billion yesterday. So both of them equally taking a hit. Let's see what happens. Also, I was looking at the, so for example, leave Rune. We don't need Rune. I want to show you BTC dominance took a bit of a hit. Now BTC dominance will take a hit. That means the whoa, okay, this is insane, right? Okay, I just saw this right now. This is good. So okay, this is bad. Okay, let me tell you, BTC dominance is moving back up in the last 12, 13, 16 hours actually. So let's put it on a daily. Moving up. Now that's bad for alts, because you see when BTC dominance dropped, alts were actually pumping. Alts were pumping, right? So this is not really that cool. What was I going to do? I was going to do something else. Yeah, no, actually it doesn't matter. But what I was going to say was basically, yeah, BTC dominance is moving back up. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. That's all I can say. Is there anything else you guys want me? You can message me on WhatsApp or whatever if you want anything else. If not, then I think I'll call it quits right now. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly just like, you know, this whole video based on Rune basically. You know, right now, in my opinion, it can get hacked, it can do whatever, it doesn't matter. All I'm seeing, and I'm being very positive, all I'm seeing is this is a discount. This is a discount. This is a bargain before the next bull run, basically, because Rune is still in the works. They just recently, I think last month, they just launched their chaos network or whatever they like to call it, right? Last month they launched it. So yeah, I mean, if I'm seeing Rune come to these levels, I want some. So yeah, let's see what happens. But this is no financial advice. You do you, I do me. But I'm just seeing a bargain. That's why I just thought I'd let you guys know, because I'm not, some people are going to come and ask me and say, oh, we saw Rune, this happened, that happened, whatever. Don't panic, guys, don't panic. You know, sometimes when these kind of things happen on a good protocol, it's a bargain. On a bad protocol, I wouldn't bother. Do you know what I mean? On a good protocol, of course, right? Remember, there was a hack on the cover protocol. I was bullish. Why? Because the cover protocol got hacked, but it was all good. Unfortunately, it didn't work in my favor because some of the exchanges decided to sort it out differently and abandon the chain. So I ended up losing a bit of money. But in this one, at least Rune is taking, right, on an exchange. Also, talking about exchange, let's drop something else as well. So Binance now is going to be updating everybody and going to be asking everybody to send source of wealth. So fill up those things if you still want to continue using Binance. It's got something to do with the European regulation. It's got nothing to do with the United Kingdom. But unfortunately, we still fall under the European jurisdictions for some odd reason. So you are going to have to basically do that. So when we basically... what do you call this? So this whole European thing is going to come on. Now, just fill it up, deal with it. What they have said though is UK, for anybody in the UK, you cannot deposit money into Binance, but you can take withdraw. So if you want to take your cash out or anything like this, you are going to be able to withdraw as long as you fill up stuff. And crypto is not affected, just until they get things fixed. But this is where a company like ThorChain comes in, right? So as long as ThorChain can fix whatever problem they got right now, which has been very good, like it could have been a dirty hacker, they could have taken everything, wipe everybody out, and that would have been a massive FUD that could take down the whole market. But what's happened is actually good. So at least the hackers, trying to sort things out. The brother bought Rune at $8 and $7, now at $2.75. Exactly. So when you're looking at this, right, when you're seeing this, you're getting yourself a discount. In my opinion, you bought at 7.8. I think I bought it around those prices as well. Sometime in the past, I can't remember. Like most recently, my most recent buy was around the same figures, right? But when I see this and I'm seeing a discount, I'm like, I want to buy some more. And when I know the company is a good one, well, actually the protocol is a very good protocol, and there's a lot of effort going into it to decentralize a centralized type of an exchange. Love that. That's what we want. It's running on a blockchain. It's got its own thing. That's what we want. It's not a smart chain blockchain or anything. They're not building other coins on it. It's a blockchain for Rune. That's all it is. Just like BTC is a blockchain just for BTC. So these are the things I like, and it's anonymous, right? That's what we like, right? Like why would we love Bitcoin? Because it's anonymous. Anonymous as in like we don't know who the founders are, and that's an advantage. Regulations can't do anything. That's one of the reasons why I'm being bullish. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to pick up some more. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to do this. And obviously, as I said about the exchange, dealing with crypto in Binance, absolutely no problem. Cash, yeah, a bit of a funny thing, but they did say that you can withdraw cash if you want, so I think they've reactivated that, or probably they got some other ways of doing it. Personally, I'm not in cash, so I don't really give a damn. I'm in crypto, so for me, I can move my crypto where I want, when I want. And also, as I always maintain this, and I've told you guys as well, if you're a hodler and you're hodling, you should always keep your crypto in your own private wallet, not on an exchange, right? Never put more than anything you can lose in an exchange. So for me, very small amounts, not fussed at all. And also, this hack doesn't affect anybody who's holding Rune. Right, this hack doesn't affect anybody who's holding Rune. Remember this. The only thing the hacker did was basically take the coin. So the exchange got hacked, not the coin. Understand this, please. Right, the coin is solid. It got audited 7 times. The coin's not the problem. The problem was their decentralized exchange. This decentralized exchange, whatever exchange they got, like this is one of them, right? Not this one. Where was it? This one. This particular exchange, right? This exchange is similar to like Uniswap, right? This has got done. So hackers are always trying to do something. It's called Asgard Exchange, right? So they love their Thor theme, but that's what got hacked. So just remember that, right? And also you can follow them on Twitter and everything, keep up to date. And they've been very, very responsive on Twitter. They've been updating everybody. They've been telling everyone what's going on. And from my point of view, I think the one thing they missed out was they never told anyone that the coin never got done. There's nothing wrong with the coin. Okay, the actual coin itself, Rune, is fine. There's nothing wrong with Rune. It's the exchange that got hacked. So please do understand, they need to fix the exchange, nothing more, right? So hold on, what does this brother say? Hold on, I didn't understand. So bro, I didn't understand what you said. Oh, BTC. Okay, BTC. Bro, let me explain about BTC. Right, let's just do this BTC. Right, let's go on a 4-hourly or a daily, and let's just explain this. Right, let me explain something on BTC. Right, all right. BTC is going to see volatility for all of this blue box. See this blue box here? BTC will see massive volatility, and we're going to get a massive rejection. And when we get a rejection, guess what? We're going to come back to this price. Right, probably to this channel here. So if we do climb up and we end up going, we go here, well, the first rejection we're going to get, we might come back and confirm here. And if we did, then we're close to this price. It could even be as bad as going into this zone and coming back down and testing this, and you might get it even cheaper. So please do understand this, nothing goes up straight. So here the bottom was around what, 28, 29k. Well, here the bottom would be less than what it is now. Right, so do understand this, it's not going to go up in a straight line. So anybody who thought, oh damn, I missed it here, and saw this climbing up, well, it came back. So of course it's going to come back. Just wait for it, just be patient. You don't have to go insane on it, but yeah, private ledger, Nano XE. Listen, private wallet, these are hardware wallets, so these are offline, right? You buy it and you put your coins offline, off chain, off thing. You got your own private keys, so you are responsible for your coins, not an exchange or anything like this. And these kind of stuff don't get hacked or anything like this. So that's the most important thing, right? Your keys, your coin. You know, but that's only for large portfolios. Remember this, right? If you've got a portfolio that you're going to be stashing away, holding for life, right? That's what you do. You put it on a ledger or a Trezor or anything like that, right? And you move your coins off the exchange and you put it there and you forget about it for the next 5 years. That's what this is. So hope you understand. You know, yeah, just